What's up, guys? So, 3 or 4 days ago, I almost died snowboarding. I was going down a hill, fast as shit. It was the second of our 2 days there. It was the fifth run, the last run of the day, at nighttime, and the snow was melting a little bit, so it was getting icy. I was tired, I was fatigued. It was my third time ever going snowboarding, and basically, halfway through the last run, was going super fast. I was getting cocky, and then I hit a little patch of ice. It was dark, I couldn't really see. Hit a thing of ice, did a somersault, and then slammed my head and scraped my face on pure rock hard ice. And somehow, I didn't break my neck, I didn't break my collarbone, I didn't break my nose, didn't break my face, just a deep, hard gash here, pretty deep scratch there, and I got a small concussion. But it's crazy, guys. I probably could have easily broken my neck or hurt myself or actually terribly fucked myself up, and I didn't. I was lucky. I was very lucky. I was going 40 miles an hour down a hill, icy, on a fucking snowboard, which was a dumb idea. But guys, it's crazy. When I smashed my head on the ground, my vision went black. For like 3 seconds, I was seeing stars. I was laying there. My head was fucked up. And I was just thinking, damn, I'm so glad that I'm not in terrible pain. I'm so glad that I didn't break my neck. I'm so glad that I'm alive. And I really just had a wave of gratitude wash over me. Just being thankful that I didn't die and hurt myself badly. And it was a scary thing. Like, I'm not low test. I didn't cry. I was just sitting there, and I got up and literally finished the ride down the mountain. I didn't crash again. I just went right down the mountain. I was halfway down for another 10 minutes straight when my face was gushing blood. But, guys, it just reminded me that life is so short. Life is fragile. And you can die. That's something I learned, You are not invincible, and you can die. And lots of people die from horrific accidents like, crashing into a tree snowboarding, getting hit by a car, falling off a cliff hiking, drowning, all these weird things. People die from freak accidents, but most people actually don't die from that. You know what most people actually die from? From health problems, from old age, from heart disease, from heart attacks, from diabetes, from strokes. And it's crazy that those aren't freak accidents. Most people don't die from freak accidents. They die from health problems that are built up over time. And, while you can be worried about getting hit by a car or dying in some freak way, most of you guys aren't worried about dying the way that most people die. As I said, most people die from getting fat over time, from getting unhealthy over time, from bad lifestyle, bad training, bad diet, lack of exercise, eating seed oils, eating corn syrup, which increases their blood pressure and gets them fat and low test. And this happens to most people. And when I look around, even at church, I see most people are old, they're wrinkly, they're hunched over, they're fat, they look like shit. And the thing is, they wouldn't look like that if they took care of their health. People would live way, way longer, till over 100 easily, if they weren't eating bullshit food and they weren't half-assing most of their lives. Most people wait till something bad happens, and then once they go to the hospital, once they get that heart attack, then they wake up. Oh yeah, now my doctor says I have to lose 50 pounds or I'm dying from a stroke, then I'm going to get in shape. Oh yeah, my doctor said I have diabetes, now I have to take insulin, now I'm going to start walking 10K steps a day. Oh yeah, my girlfriend left me because I was fat, she said I was ugly and she has no more attraction to me, now I'm going to get in shape. It's like, guys, you can't be waiting to freaking wake up. I just had a near-death experience, kinda. My life flashed before my eyes a little bit, and I was, shook. I was definitely scared, and I was like, damn, I could have just broken my neck there if my head twisted the wrong way or I hit a tree or some little thing happened. And it's crazy. Death is scary. And the thing is, you guys could just prolong death a lot more and live a lot longer, have a lot better quality of life if you just locked in with your health now. You can't control freak accidents. You can't control hitting a tree snowboarding. You can't really control getting hit by a car or getting struck by lightning. But you know what you can control? You can control your daily habits. You can't control the fact that you say no to fast food and frozen food and alcohol and weed. You can't control yourself getting up and going to the gym every day and getting shredded. You can't control these things, but you don't because you don't think death is that scary. You're not worried about getting fat. You're not worried about your girlfriend leaving you until it does happen. Until you do have a health problem. Until you do have a stroke. Until your doctor does press you for being terribly out of shape. I mean, this is just a small sign of, me being stupid snowboarding. But the thing is, when you get fat, that should be your sign. Just like I know now that I'm going to be extra careful snowboarding. I'm not going to send it crazy fast head first down an icy hill. I know I'm not going to do that ever again because I had this wake-up call. But the thing is, I already take care of my health. I already am in shape. I'm already healthy. But the thing is, you look around at most people who get health problems and die, they're fat, they're low test, they have health problems. So why don't you take their health problems and their life lessons, those terrible, tragic things, health problems that happen to them, why do you look at that and be like, okay, I'm not going to continue to be a fat ass. I'm not going to half-ass my health. I'm not going to smoke weed and vape because it's in moderation. Because every little thing that you do is taking years off of the end of your life. It's not just, extra calories from some alcohol. It's not just, vaping and it's just a little bad. It's like, no, every hit of your vape that you hit is shortening your life. Every sip of alcohol that you take is shortening your life. Every bite of fast food and corn syrup and seed oils is shortening your life and taking years off the end of your life because it's aging your organs. It's destroying your gut microbiome. It's destroying your arteries. And you can't undo that, guys. Once you get old and fat, it's over. It's over. You can't really reverse aging that much once you're 60, 70, 80, after you've been living a shitty life your whole life. And every bite you take, as I said, shortens your life. So why aren't you locking in now? Why aren't you dialing everything in right now? Because I've already taken years off of my life up until I was like 19. Up until I was 19, I was eating fried chicken, French fries, cold cut meats, frozen mac and cheese, Wendy's, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Chipotle. I was eating bullshit. I was drinking on the weekends and I was smoking and vaping. And I've definitely already taken off probably 5 to 10 years off of my life because the first quarter to 1/5 of my life I spent living a terrible lifestyle. But now I've woken up, I've gotten shredded, I've gotten healthy, and I'm on track to live a lot longer. And the thing is, I've woken up at 19 years old, now I'm 23. How long is it going to take you to wake up? How many more years of your life are you going to waste half-assing? Because I know you're going to see your grandpa die, your parents die, you're going to see your friends' parents die. You're going to see how they die. And I bet most of them die because they're fat, they're unhealthy, they're on medication. And if you don't look at that and be like, damn, I don't want to end up like that. If you don't wake up, you are going to die the same exact way. So, I've just learned a lesson this past week. I could have broke my nose or had a lot worse injuries, but at least if I can just not get hit by a car, not get struck by lightning, I will be good, guys. And so will you if you dial in your health. But yeah, guys, the question is, how much longer are you okay with half-assing, with being mediocre, with ending up like the average old person? Ask yourself that question.